Hey y'all, my name's John. I'm from Greenville, South Carolina. I'm here today to provide a quick review of a GWikey 100-watt laser cutter. The approximate dimensions, well, the exact dimensions are 1300 wide by 900 deep, and that's metric, that's centimeters. If you are a US user, that's approximately 48 inches wide by 36 inches deep. Like I said, it is a 100-watt tube. My primary use for this is cutting quarter-inch plywood, so I needed the extra power. It is a Reci tube, Reci or Reci, R-E-C-I. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but it is a higher-end tube that is potentially going to last me a little longer. Now, I've been asked to provide a little review regarding the reasons I purchased it. Now, I'm in the States, so I imported this from China, Jinan or thereabouts, and I'd like to give you just a couple of reasons why I imported it, why I chose GWikey, why I like the machine, and hopefully that'll help others make their choice as well. So, number one, when you're going to purchase a laser cutter, obviously you try to figure out, well, who's done this before. So feedback from other users was a huge plus in terms of who I was going to go with, who I would decide to use. I contacted eventually 3 companies that I had seen on forums, chat rooms, or whatnot, that had potentially had good reviews. So GWikey was one of the 3 that I contacted. I eventually settled on GWikey for a few reasons. Number one, the feedback was great on the forums. I came to the realization that there are a couple US companies that actually import them. And I figure if they're the pros and they import dozens a year, then that's a pretty good choice to purchase myself. So I decided to purchase the GWikey. Actually, something else came up while I was in this process. Towards the end of the decision, it came down to 2 companies, and I asked one company if they had an FDA approval to import. Apparently in the US, lasers are under the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, as far as guidelines are concerned. So one company didn't know what I was talking about. GWikey was very quick to tell me that yes, we have that document, no problem at all. Here it is, here's a copy, here's what it looks like. So feedback from other owners was huge. Let me talk about the support for a minute. When you're importing a laser from thousands of miles away, a company that you're not familiar with, you're spending a lot of money and you're just putting it down. You want to be sure that if something does go wrong or if you have questions, then those are supported, those questions. So, it came up fairly soon in the process that I was testing the laser and I couldn't get it to fire. And all I was doing is trying to test to align the mirrors. And so I called, I wrote the rep that was in charge of my account. Her name's Lucy. I don't know her real name, but she goes by Lucy. And she's very quick to respond. We're 12 hours different. So if I have a problem in the evening, it's their morning, and it's pretty, typically I work in the evenings, so that kind of works for me. She was very quick to get back with me, offered to Skype phone call, Skype chat, video chat, the whole 9 yards to make it work for me. Now it turns out that my setting was, it was either A, the beam was too short, or B, the wattage was too low. So it was not a mechanical problem, it was actually, surprise, surprise, a user error problem. And then finally, so feedback from other users was very positive. The process was fairly smooth. Lucy knows what she's talking about, and she helped me through the process of importation. I did use a third vendor. So feedback, support from Lucy was great. The final thing is configurability. So you're ordering these not online or through a shop. They're actually building this for you. on a per order basis. My own work, I do the same. I get an order in, I build it. If it needs customization, then no problem at all, because I build it, as I get the orders. So same thing for GYKey. I spec'd out this color. It happens to be my company brand color, which is very cool. It was just kind of, it has nothing to do with anything, but it's just kind of cool. I chose servo motors instead of stepper motors. I just thought that was a wise choice for engraving specifically. The bed, obviously, I chose a knife bed with a honeycomb table. It's adjustable, so the Z-axis moves up and down based on what kind of product I'm actually creating. And I could just say all that. I could just say, list off, okay, here's what I want, this, and this, and no problem at all. So to summarize, I've had a very positive experience. I think I've emailed support 3 times with just questions, random questions, and they've always been very quick to answer. And I have nothing but positive things to say about GYKey, and hope that this review helps you. Thanks.